ladies and gentlemen, here at the Peers Dining Hall in the House of Lords, UK Parliament in London, we are very excited this evening to invite Mr. Jose Antonio Hopkins, the CEO of Simplify Climate, and Ms. Bindi Jacob, the lead ESG at Simplify Climate, to the stage for the startup talk, Transforming the Perception on Climate Change and ESG, Simplify Climate Journey. As pioneers in climate solutions and ESG leadership, they are reshaping the way businesses approach sustainability and environmental responsibility. Join us as they share their innovative strategies and vision for making the climate journey simpler and more impactful. Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Everyone, my name is, as he mentioned, is Jose. I'm the CEO and founder of Simplify Climate. And I'm really thrilled to be here today in this lovely venue and event, introducing my company, or well, our company, to you guys. And hopefully you enjoy what we have to say. I'm with Bindi. She's helped to lead social strategies at Simplify Climate. And yeah, we really are in a mission to transform the perception of climate change and ESG. I think when people think of ESG, the first thing they think about is regulation, is cost, is burden, is I need to do this, I need to do that. But people are forgetting that the UK government has issued a net zero target of 2050. That affects all business models. So it doesn't matter what you do, how you think of ESG, you need to adapt your business model to align with the net zero target. And I think also most importantly, effects of weather are coming rapidly. I think I wake up every day, every week, you see records being broken, more than the Olympics, I think, in my view. You know, I think the UK, I think you saw the news, the UK was the coolest summer in 2015, however, was the hottest summer on record in the Northern Hemisphere. So I think we need to take this matter seriously. And then thirdly, why I have Bindi here, because she's so key for me, is women's health. Women's health is not understood at the workplace. Working patterns are based on men hormonal activity, and we are really trying to introduce menopause and menstruation at the workplace and really trying to bring a different mechanics. I feel those are checklist exercises that we do, and thank you to the British Standard Institute for approving the regulation to start integrating menopause. So that's the kind of introduction. Hopefully it's powerful, hopefully you understood the mission of our mission, but before going forward any further, just wanted to say who I am, I think in the introduction. So I worked at KPMG for probably 12 years. In my last few years at KPMG, I set up a team challenging climate change disclosures. So I basically got sent to the Lions to go and challenge Unilever, Rio Tinto, and you put a climate disclosure here, you've issued a net zero target. And as you could probably imagine, that led to a lot of working hours. So I decided to leave. I then moved to MHA, where I was also leading, it's another accountancy firm where I was leading the aspects of ESG with someone else in there. And again, I think I realised that I've got significant levels of ADHD, and effectively I'm not a partner mode. So I work with the regulator. They said to me, go alone, set up, and I was telling the guys or the table I'm with there, the idea of Simplify Climate came in a beach in Portugal. I just basically was like, okay, that's the company name, went in quickly, found the domains and got it. So, and also I think just to wrap up that, during my 14 years of financial experience, I have worked with the biggest companies in the world. I audited the biggest copper mine in the world for 4 years. And I also audited the biggest agricultural company called Syngenta for 10 years. So that gave me a lot of visibility in understanding climate change. I'll pass over to Bindi for some words and a bit about yourself.
Thanks, Jose. I hope this is working. And again, thanks very much for Global Safety Summit for this great opportunity. It's an honor to be here representing Simplify Climate. So a bit about myself. So I'm Bindi Jacob. I'm from Sri Lanka. So I worked in Sri Lanka for 6 years, did my I'm a CIMA certified chartered management accountant. And then I moved to UK to do my master's in finance and investments from University of Greenwich. Soon after graduating, I did my 1 year experience with EY. Then I really had this passion about sustainability because the way I was brought up and my culture, my country, family, we care about people, environment. So I wanted to do something about it. So I was looking for opportunities, and I found this amazing, company, Simplify Climate, which is a startup who's on a mission to simplify ESG. So Jose and Kabir, our team, we look at ESG. So I mostly focus on S, social matters, where we look at people. So I'll go deep into that into next sections of our speech. I'll pass
Yeah,
on to Jose.
and I think what's important here, as you probably can tell, is we're completely both different energies. We look at, she's into meditation. I don't know if anyone has read Surrounded by Idiots, the book, but I'm a very red personality. So her coming in is not just about delivering strategies, it's also bringing calmness in my life, which is actually what I need dealing with a topic, climate change. I think the second aspect I just wanted to cover is effectively how did it all come about? And I think the three fundamental questions is, we are dealing with a tsunami of regulation and acronyms. I mean, on top of, I feel every time I wake up, I'm water negative, water positive, carbon neutral, carbon this, carbon that, black carbon. Oh my God, there's so many things going on. So that's why I felt the word simplify was needed in my brand name. I think the second aspect as well, in terms of changes in weather, they're coming rapidly. They're affecting well-being of people significantly, especially in the southern hemisphere. And also, if you look at the health statistics, we are not in a good place. We are the most diabetes we've ever encountered in this society. We are the most sick society ever that we've been in this history. So we need to really look at well-being strategies. We really need to start looking at those. And then third, as I mentioned initially, I've never met my dad, so I got my mom, my two sisters, and that's why I'm quite passionate about women's health in the workplace. I've just been surrounded by women my whole life, so effectively, and I've been hearing all their complaints, and I can say you can never understand a woman's brain in that perspective, in a nice manner. But effectively, I think who we are is we're a consultant, we're a team of experts. So we got Bindi here, who leads aspect of the S. We got my team are also there in the table, Kabir, Rufus, and Ramesh. They're also consultants. And yeah, we're effectively writing a bit of training, helping. We work with Mercia, one of the biggest training providers for accountancy firms. We're writing climate change training. And then we are helping some organizations via our FACE approach that effectively we perform a diagnostic assessment. I call it, you get on the weight, go and weigh yourself, check where you are in your baseline, and then effectively what are the calories you need to reduce in the next 5 years. That's how I see the integration of ESG. It's an incremental, gradual process. It's not, hey, issue when it's your target and everyone goes crazy. No, it's understand your existing policies, where are the gaps, fix those first, and then set up a steering committee that can help you deal with these topics. And then just a final few notes for me, and obviously if you have questions on anything, feel free. I'm also on a fitness transformation journey, and I think that's why also I'm very passionate about well-being. I've eliminated my main ingredients of my diet for the last 3 years. I've reduced, coming from Chile to Newcastle, it was a significant amount of alcohol consumption, let me put it that way. So I stopped drinking alcohol, and effectively, I've really just focused on real food, and has really transformed me the way I see. And if you look at the statistics, young accountants, 1 in 4 have heart attacks now, like a risk of heart attack. 1 in 4, 1 in 8, I think, is addicted to some sort of drugs. 1 in 16 has gambling problems. So that's why I feel that well-being needs to be added. And on passing over to Bindi now on the aspects of menopause, because just wanted to give an overview of how we're integrating menopause at the workplace.
Yeah, so when you talk about ESG, I think sometimes people are more towards attention is given more towards E, and S is forgotten. So, but we should care about people, because we need people to even do a strategy or do something about E, right? So I want to highlight why you should take into account why it's important about mental health and well-being in the workplace. Because, for example, menstruation and menopause is not a topic that everybody is comfortable talking to. But when we did our research, we found that there's about 7 million women in the menopausal age in the UK right now, and it's the fastest growing demographic in the workforce. So, so there are 3 things that you need to consider why you should integrate menopause support or menstruation and menstrual health support in the workplace, because you can retain valuable talent, because as they grow in their journey of their life, they go through different things. So there should be a supportive and inclusive culture, work environment, so they can go and talk about it. At least then they know that there's someone inside the workplace for them, so they feel comfortable talking around it. So by doing that, I think you can improve productivity, because they feel relaxed and comfortable coming to work. And then you can save costs and also retain the best talent, like I told you before.
And I think also it's important to note that You might be thinking, well, I'm a man, I'm never going to probably experience menopause. Bindi's not at the age of menopause, and you'll be thinking, well, you guys have not experienced it. We work with subject matter experts, so we work with Marlo Collison. She worked at the United Nations. She set up the charity Period Reality, and she's effectively enhancing awareness on menstruation and working patterns, and she worked with big organizations. So she's helping us provide that extra review. We're also going to interview a number of menopause women at the workplace to understand, what support, what they need. We understand Diageo, Channel 4 and Vodafone have already integrated menopause at the workplace. And then the other side, I think, also as part of the E, we're also supported by Marta Santa Maria from the Capitals Coalition. She left there, she was ex-TNFD, TNFD, that's another acronym that's to do with biodiversity. But she left that to come and set up her own company. So she's a subject matter expert for water and nature. And then we work with Christopher Whittle, who is a governance expert who reviews all the governance in Africa for the banks. So for me, that's the best one probably that you can get. So effectively, we're the one-stop shop. So when you come to us, we give you a full review of ESG. You don't have to go anywhere else, because I feel it's like the gym. You pay gym, you pay your food, you pay personal trainer, you pay the sauna, and you end up racking up all these costs. That's what ESG is. And we want to simplify that to bring it into one cost. So hopefully you enjoyed our sharing of our experience. It has been, I must say, a journey, I think, from aspects of business model, 4 different people from 4 completely different backgrounds getting together, setting up a company is a challenging and can be, how we call it, norming.
Yeah, so just to add a final thought to it. So I've learned about this developing teams when I did my CMA. So it's called forming, storming, norming, performing. So I think we are going through a bit of a storming stage right now.
Probably,
so, but it has been quite a journey. We really like the experience. We're learning from each other, and we are getting together to do something better. So join our mission. Yeah.
And just say lastly also, if I'm also a lecturer for the University of West London, so in the event anyone is interested, or anyone in a master's, well, I'm not that I'm selling it because I don't get any commission, but if you're interested in finding out what I'm writing, or I'm also a keynote speaker, we presented at the Accountex, and yeah, so if you have any questions, hopefully we can cover those, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the discussion.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.